I'm not expecting anybody to join this. I mean, they might do. Who knows? We'll see. And what I am expecting is the cat to talk. Hi, Marley. I'm just going to see if I can call up. Hi, bud. Call up the live chat on another screen. So it's going to be a bit quiet for a minute. But anyway, hi, everybody. For those that are watching it after the live. Marley, I'm not talking to you. Go away. Let's see. What can we see? No, we don't want to play that. Oh, Marley, do shush. Hush, buddy. Is anybody watching it? No. Oh, hi, Charlie. Can you actually hear me? Hi, folks. Yes, I'm feeling a bit. I don't know what I'm feeling. Actually, lazy. Actually, I think is what I'm feeling. Because I can't be bothered to edit. Hi, Danny. Who else have a nice look? Marley, just go away. What is it with you, mate? Right, I'm trying to find the chat on another screen here because no, don't do that. Hi, Victoria. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just shush. You can't come up. Yeah. Why can't I call up? Bear with me, folks. Just bear with a moment. Bear with. Right, there we go. Let me call up that. Mute my. Right, there we go. Call up that. Right. Ha. Got there. Awesome. So, who have we got? We've got Charlie, Victoria, Danny, Silver Stitches. Hey, right. So as you can see, Chatelaine. I thought I would be really reckless and do a live and my Chatelaine at the same time because, you know, let's live dangerously. Apologies for the road noise, if you can hear any. And now's a really good time to ask me questions. If you've got any questions that you want answered. Fire away. So I'm working on, as you can see, this area here. Thanks, Victoria. Can't hear the road. Right, yeah, excellent. That's good to know. Right, so let me see if I can zoom in. Right. And bear with me. I've just got to... haven't got the best setup here yet. But there you go. Oh, there's my hand. Ugh. Still not ideal, but there we go. Let's raise that a bit. Move that over. There we go. Right. Now, must remember I'm doing Algerian islets in this section. But yeah, any questions you've got, feel free. You'll probably hear the road even if there's a motorbike going past like right now. But who knows? The thread that I am using currently is Rainbow Gallery Treasure Braid PBO4. I know nobody's actually directly asked me that, but this one. Oops, there we go. Oh, you get an idea of the sparkle on screen. Seven sleeps, says Charlie. Yeah, 7 sleeps. Is it Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday? It is. Your maths is better than mine. Not sure. I've just realised what's wrong. I need a different pair of glasses. I'm looking at it thinking, oh, why am I struggling to see this? It's because you've got your normal readers on and not your super magnified. That's better, right? Yeah, 7 sleeps until we have our day retreat. I popped into BB's cafe today, Charlie, because they do really nice vegan brownies. So we'll probably get some of those for munching on Saturday afternoon after lunch. I don't really know what to talk about if you guys don't ask me questions, so please ask questions. Because this is very ad hoc and unplanned, and I didn't really think it through. I just wanted to have a go because no editing. The weather down here in Cornwall has been amazing. No, that Charlie will agree with me. We've had 4 or 5 days of sunshine. 6 sleeps. Is it? No. Saturday night, Sunday night, Monday night, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Yeah, 7 sleeps. Hi, Kerry. What are you having for lunch, my lovely? Anybody else that's watching that doesn't know Carrie is currently in Chicago, I think. Have you made it to Chicago yet? Problem. Okay, let's take that out and try again. The reason why there's a problem here is, oh, of course, she said she can't hear me. Can someone else in the chat ask Kerry what she's having for lunch, please? Oh, what do you mean now, Silver Stitches? Yeah, 6 sleeps for your parents' 55th wedding anniversary. Wow. Wow, congratulations to them. That's no mean feat. Right, let's try this again. Problem I've got is I needed to go over here from there, and it wouldn't have sat right. Right, let's try this again. Noodles and Company penne toss. Nice. Right, so let's go this way round. That's better. Go the other way, and then when I get to the top here, I'll be able to go back up to the top here without it carrying across the hole. It's a bit daunting sometimes, having to pull the Algerian eyelets because they don't quite sit right. Oh, that's my dog barking now. I'll only be on for a maximum of an hour because the dogs will want to be walked and fed, but yay. And hopefully there'll be more of these, and I'll get my setup sorted out so it's a bit better. Better lighting, better cameras, better talking. I'm no Teresa Little Stitcher, unfortunately. I don't have the gift of the gab in the same way. Right. What's everybody been up to today? I have been on my own. Brom is working today. He was poorly earlier in the week. Had a very bad tummy upset, and so he was off work Monday. Poorly all weekend, bless him. And so he's actually done Tuesday to Saturday this week. Oops. So he's actually working tonight, and he's currently asleep. He's going to be really annoyed with me, actually, for having gone live without... Made a right mess there. Gone live without letting him know and him being awake. Sorry, Bron, when you watch this. But yeah, we've got a lot on, and I had been promising Chatelaine Saturdays, and I know normally it's progress, but whilst there's been a lot, there also hasn't been a lot, if you know what I mean. So am I doing this in the right place? Yes. And then maybe at some point I'll also change the carpet. That'd be good. Got someone coming in to fix the ceiling where the plaster fell in before we had the roof replaced. He's feeling better. Day off. Took Dad for buying a riser recliner yesterday, but concentrated on back comfort and not checked his ankles were fully up. So we're driving him back there tomorrow. Lunch, been reading Pride and Prejudice fan fiction. Some cross stitching, wait for dinner. My dog is currently curled up on my lap and my cat is curled up by my feet. Ah, that's the best kind of Saturday, that is. I've been spray painting a drawer unit in the garden. And I was doing fine till I got to the second coat and couldn't get the lid off the paint. So I just haven't got the grip to get the lid off the spray can. So the second coat will have to wait until tomorrow, unfortunately. But never mind. Never mind. Right, I think I'm not going to play thread chicken. I am going to put some fresh floss on. This could be interesting. Oops. Right. Fun. Right. You're not going to be able to see much of this as I zoom back out. Yeah, you're still not going to see it. Right. I've got to try and work out how... This is the bit that you don't ever see on camera, usually, because... Unless I'm doing a Stitch With Me live. Because people don't generally do these with their chatelaines. So I'm just tucking it under as best I can. Oh, that's cool. I look forward to watching that or joining in. Oh, scissors. Right. Where have I hidden them all? My little dizzy pair that I had done a runner on me. It'd be a lovely little pair of gold ones, and they've gone. Don't know where I hid them. Right. That's that one. Let me get some more floss. What are people doing? That's a tidy back. Thank you. It's really difficult actually with these. I like to have a tidy back. Just feel it's, I don't know, take pride in my work front and back, but apart from all the speciality threads, dog hairs, you have to be really careful with chatelaines, because when you're doing the Algerian eyelets, so up here where I've just been working, these are holes. I can't really show it properly to you. Let me see if I can zoom in. Just there, mayhap. Yeah, it's come down a bit. So just here, these are all holes. If I go underneath, you might see it now. Yeah, no, yes, maybe. And so you can't carry threads behind your work in the same way that you would. You have to really think about where you're placing them, because otherwise disaster awaits. You don't want to, and especially if you haven't yet stitched the eyelets somewhere. So I mean, I'm up here, you can't see it. I'll have to go to the one lower down. So here I know that the other side there is just a bead, so in actual fact the bead will help to anchor that gold where I've carried it across. But I couldn't have done that here where the eyelets were going to be. So you have to really look ahead and think about what you're stitching before you do it. And he says stitching mostly with some food shopping and prep in between. Mine's wanting the Pringles I just opened. Oh, Pringles. Went to Morrison's, got pizza from the counter. They make them in front of you. Oh, nice. Nice. And Charlie, you're stitching Secret Garden Sale. Oh no, you frogged the roof of the birdhouse 3 times. Oh, that's horrible. That's really horrible. That's soul destroying, that is. And you have to do that. Have you got it okay now though? Right, let's try and turn this back over carefully. Put my needle there so I can see it. I think I finally cracked it, she says. Oops. Those 2 purple boxes that you can see are propping up my phone stand. Right, where was I? Was I down here? Now I'm up there. There we go. Pop you up higher. Hey. Try and straighten you up. Strictly a Hade stitcher I have discovered. Mirabilias. But I cannot grasp half stitches. My brain is hardwired to full cross. Oh. So you can't manage the fractionals. But there are lots of other designs that aren't Heaven and Earth designs that don't have fractionals. You won't want to stitch any of my designs. I'm really sorry to tell you. I've got loads of fractionals and I've got weird fractionals in the ones that I've done as well. Let me think, what ones? I've done long fractionals, right? I can't actually. Right, there we go. That's a bit better because I'm coming down here in a minute. Right. Nearly pulled the thread through. Hopefully that's not gone far. Yeah, so those purple boxes, the stand that I'm using for my phone is too short to peer over the top of the stitching. So I've had to raise the height of them up. Oh, I've done it wrong again. Raise the height of the stand up so that the camera can see over the frame. Which is crazy. But there you have it. So who else has joined us? We've got 13 people watching. What have I done? No, it's in the right place. We'll go back in here, I think. Right, that's why. Right. Get confused and lost about where I am, which is very, very easily done. Very easily done. Right. Okay. Oh, the camera's twisting. Fun times. Hey, Jodie. Glad you could join us today. That's lovely. We've just been talking about what everybody's been up to today. And Charlie has been frogging. I don't want to frog. I really don't want to frog on this. This is miserable when you have to frog. Just working on some Algerian eyelets. And then I'll be doing the base stitches for some rice stitch. So we'll see how we get on. But I'm not here for long today. Here. You're a live junkie. Okay. So more lives needed then. Okay. Duly noted. It is a bit more interactive, isn't it? It's nice to know that if you ask a question in chat, it's going to get answered, or it might get answered. And the smaller the number of people that are watching, the more likely it is that your questions or your comments will be picked up on. Wouldn't you agree? So now we've established what everybody did today, what have folks got planned for tomorrow? That's the next question. Right. Oh, one more. I'll keep pulling the camera. It's because I've got it plugged in. My left hand keeps pulling the cable. So complicated, honestly. You should see my setup. It's mayhem. Right. So now, where am I starting? Right, okay. See it then again. Right, let me tighten this up, see if I can stop that from rotating. Other way. There we go. It's not going to stop it. Oh. I need a better piece of equipment. Right, pop that there. Doo-doo-doo. So what I'm now working on, these are the world's biggest cross stitches. They're not very clear. Back to Care Co tomorrow, then afternoon chill. Okay. Right, so these stitches are the base stitch for a rice stitch, which is basically really sort of complicated cross stitch. So we start off with doing a basic cross, and then in another colour, because Martina, who designed these, was an absolute sadist, I think, when it came to stitching, we're putting bands across, I think from there to there and there to there. Yeah, so there's 2 arms going on every single one in a different colour. And then, as if that's not enough, there's another cross goes in the middle in another colour. So I think the colours, I pulled them out earlier. Here's colours I prepared earlier for you. The arms are going to be that colour, and the cross in the middle is this slightly questionable green called pesto. So I got them out sort of in ever the hopeful person, ever the optimist that I might get that far. Highly unlikely. At least not today. So now just work our way round this bit. I completely agree with you about not planning too far ahead, because invariably something happens to put the kibosh on it, doesn't it? The weather tomorrow should be more of the same, but a little breezier, apparently, down here in Cornwall. So that's one of the reasons why I was hoping to get the spray painting on these drawer units done today, because there's likely to whip up quite a bit of dust tomorrow, which I don't want. And the drawer units are for my bead storage, because my bead storage is starting to look like an avalanche waiting to happen. Oh, okay, right. So, Jodie, what are you crocheting? And yes, this is rather special, isn't it? It's when you do get a chance to see sort of more of the sparkle when you're on a live than you do with a photo. She says, knocking it off its stand. There we go. What have I done? What have I done? We are wonky. Right. try lifting that up. Hey, right. Crochet. And yes, I can ask him to bring Badger next Saturday. Not that he's done anything more recently on it, I'm afraid. He's been very busy trying to get Big Stitch completed for Big Stitch. I haven't got very far with mine at all, much to my chagrin. Right. Another speciality fibre there. Gotta love my dogs. A basket weave blanket, 14 DC front post and 14 back post. Don't have to think, just crochet. Okay, that doesn't actually mean much to me. I can do granny squares, and that's about my limit. As long as it only needs triples, or I think what America's called double crochet, I'm fine. But I've not ventured that far. Victoria says, I agree on normally not lots of plans. Gardening, dog walker, grooming, both spaniels and pre-MOT check. Oh, cornea transplant date. I didn't know that you were having that done. Wow. Hopefully that goes well for you, because that's quite a big deal. Okay, so yes, Charlie, mine is 56 count over 1. It's a third over 1 because I'm splitting the silk. Jodie, okay, double crochet, very easy. Yeah, double crochet, yeah. But it's the front post, back post bit that I don't get. Right. So, okay, so I know the stitch then, but I don't know how to do the front post, back post bit. Yes, Victoria, what are your spaniels? My niece has just purchased a Cavalier, I think, herself. Front and back stitch. I need to learn crochet. Have learned provisional cast on with crochet hook as making cousins' kids' scrunchies. And Victoria's got cocker show type. Okay. Yay. They're very sweet doggies. I would like a smaller dog. I was contemplating getting a cockapoo, but I've been warned against getting any poodle crosses because they actually have quite serious behavioural problems apparently. 7 and 4. Oh, good age. Very good age. Right. Nearly done those. Nope. That beat wrong all. There we go. I have got a subscription to OBS, which is the Open Broadcast Service, which is what most people use. So I'm hoping that once I get this space sorted out a bit more, I can put something a bit more permanent in place and start using something a little bit more professional looking. Maybe get an overhead camera mount rather than relying on clamps all the time. Set up a couple of different cameras so that you get to see my smiling face. I'll probably put people off actually. Oh, hi Stitchy Squirrels. Oh my goodness, I've now got old lady brain. Thanks, Charlie, for rescuing me. Hi, Kim. Second cornea transplant. Okay, and the first one worked fine? On the way home from the Stitch Festival. Where was that, Kimmy? I saw people talking about it. I thought it was in the States. Oh, hang on. You can't see what I'm doing. Ha! Islington. Oh, that one. Duh. I know the one that you mean. Yes, isn't it somewhere like Excel or something? Or is Excel more east? My bestie went last year. She wasn't overly impressed by it, to be perfectly frank. I used to live not too far from Islington. Chatelaine Saturday, yay. Yes, hi Billy. Finally had a day off this week and was taking a break from housework when I saw you were live. Yeah. I watched your video a couple of nights ago. You might have seen my comment. I think you did see my comment, but yes. Oh, you're so sweet. Billy said some very nice things on screen about how allegedly talented I am. I just follow the chart. My mum, bless her, when I was a little girl, I was really upset about having to learn so much stuff. I said to her, I've got such a lot to learn. But I can remember her saying to me, if you can read, you can do anything. And she wasn't wrong. I mean, obviously this was pre-YouTube. You know, nowadays you just watch a video. Yeah. So, I mean, she taught me how to cable. I followed my first knitting pattern when I was 9 and did cable jumpers for my 12-inch dolls. So, yeah, I don't consider myself talented. I just follow what I'm told to do. I'm really good at following instructions. There you go. There's my talent. I really follow instructions. I am risk averse and I'm not a rule breaker. Mostly. There are odd times, but I really get bent out of shape at the prospect of breaking rules. Which is why I work in HR. Right. Well, that's a shame. So there wasn't much cross stitch there. I thought that there was they put up a post of one of those things about random things people ask for, and several designers. I know Kate Blanford was there, wasn't she? And a couple of other designers. But it's mostly other things. Yeah. Okay. Right. So bear with me a minute. Right then, but didn't want to go alone. Right. You can always ask Danny online to see if anybody else is going. Like one of the stitching Facebook groups. Sometimes they put on coaches some places, don't they? See that okay? Yeah. What else have people said? First one, Victoria says, first one was needed keratoconus coning of cornea, and that eye was scarred from conditions, so the stitching wouldn't have happened so easily without it. I bet. Do you get headaches? Does it make you tired? Billy, I know when I respond, ASAP Martin, designer. Oh, bless you. There is another design in the works. It's about half done. I need to get on with it really, but other things keep taking my attention. No, not that one. Unfortunately, like getting the van done, and I'm involved in a secret spring swap at the moment, and I am making something for somebody in my swap group. So my focus has really been on doing that. And of course, there's always the problem of model stitching. Just far too many people. So much easier with well-written instructions in patterns. Yeah, I will bear that in mind, Victoria. I'm not sure I've got very good well-written patterns at the moment, but instructions. But yes, it's always important, I think, to make sure that you have really good instructions. Has anybody been watching Outlander, by the way? But yeah, I'm just going to say it again. Thank you, Billy. You're very, very kind. Just, I'm okay. I'll accept. I'm talented, but I'm not exactly prolific. Yes. So, Outlander last season diverges apparently slightly from the books because she hasn't finished writing them. Same as they did with Game of Thrones. There's a surprise, or not, as the case may be. Looks like I calculated my thread needs really well there. Shall we? You've been watching this since 2010. Golly, that's what, 3-4 years? Yeah, and I still haven't finished half my designs that I started working on. They are the sparkles that look fab, don't they? But it's even more sparkly. Queens of Mystery. Okay, so what's that about then? Queens of Mystery. Anybody tell me what this Queens of Mystery is about? I'm guessing it's not actual queens, but just people that are really, really good at solving them, maybe. Midsummer Murders. I'm up to season 20. Oh, I haven't watched that. My parents used to watch it when they were alive. But it had John Nettles in, didn't it? I don't know if he's still in it. Right. Moving on. I'm going to have to slide the whole thing across. And that's... Right. Stay. Why won't you stay? Let me see if I can get that tightened up. Oh, I see. The answer is the main character in a crime-only bookshop becomes a detective. Oh, okay. So a little bit like Witches. Oh, okay. I don't remember when John Nettles left, if I'm honest, because I haven't really watched it. Let's turn this over carefully. Oh, gosh. The logistics. Oh, right, okay, yes. I remember he started it. Hang on, sorry about the blur, because there's my counter. This is a 42-inch long frame, so, and I'm trying to manhandle it without knocking the camera flying. There we go. You get to look at the back. Right, where am I? Where's the needle? There, all the way up there. Right. Mental note to self. Don't use a chatelaine when doing Stitch with Me's live. Because this is not working very well. Oh, here we go. Right. You're going to have to not see it because the needle's up here for a moment. Right now, I don't know that actor. Victoria, I'm sorry. No, I've not watched it. I don't know why. I'm currently watching 24, actually, the American procedural thriller thing that is on Disney, where they do a real-time video. Let me see. Okay, just reading through your comments. So, yeah, so they do 24 hours, a full day with this character, Jack Bauer. Yeah, anybody else that's doesn't know it. It was, but I tell you what's not great, binge watching it from season to season to season, because it all gets a bit repetitive, you know. So, yeah, but you know, I've been trying to avoid the news a bit because you know it's all doom and gloom out there, and we're currently in a potential third world war with the Middle East, and season 6 is potentially about third world war in the Middle East, so it's not really helping. I'm not saying any more than that in case there are people out there who haven't watched it yet and are going to. But I never watched it when it was originally out, and I also I never rated Kiefer Sutherland when I was younger as being overly attractive, although he was very hot as David in Lost Boys. But my middle-aged self is definitely warming to him, shall we say, or warming to him from 20 years ago. Don't tell Brom. No, it's a very good series. Very good series. Sorry about this. Right. We'll be ready to do the final corner in just a moment. Right, I've got to turn this over again. It's going to go all wonky, but we'll sort that out in a moment. Lost Boys is still a great movie. He's done some great. He certainly has. I loved him in Flatliners. Yeah, that was a good movie. That's a proper teenage sort of horror disaster. And Kevin Bacon, that whole group, really. Is it Michael Patrick? I can't remember. No, his character was Michael, wasn't he? Oh, When the Moon Hatched is excellent. Iron Flame, Fourth Wing, Onyx Storm, they are all really good. What have I done? There we go. Right. Now, if I just don't move it. Yeah, I mean, if you don't like vampires, don't watch Lost Boys. But what is everybody reading then? Right, so at the moment I'm listening to Brimstone by Callie Hart. I think it's Callie Hart. And I am physically reading Odd Thomas by Dean Koontz. Oh, I should be reading it. Yes, I saw that the other day. She wrote that number 4 on the whiteboard because she's finished her latest contemporary novel, hasn't she? And Sarah J. Maas has sorted out her books. Was it 7 and 8 or something? 6 and 7? The follow-on for the ACOTAR books. That's going to be exciting come October. Though she has taken a bit of... Oh, he's back. It's taken me a while to get into it, actually. Victoria. But now I'm over halfway through. I've got about 7 hours left. Hi, Marley. Yeah, now that I'm 2/3 of the way through. Yes, buddy, I know. I'm sort of now I've got my stride, got into my stride. Oh, hi Rosa. Good to see you. Right. Where are we? Oh, lost one there. Yeah, that'll be fine. So I'm just trying to work out whether or not the next one will pull threads through. How much do I have left to do on the chatelaine before it's completed? Ow, sorry, the cat just dug his claws in my leg. No! Right, let me find a picture for you. I have got a long, long way to go. A long way. There it is. Right, okay. Oh, no, that's not it. That's it. There we go. Right. Oh, come on. Just need to bulldog clip it to a folder. Right. Okay, so I'm going to turn it up the other way because otherwise you're not going to see it. Right. Oh, no, it might work. It might work because the camera's over here. All right. Okay, so that's the bottom half. Right. So you see, Marley, get your claws out my leg. That's it. Good boy. Right. So I am currently working here. Okay. So I haven't done this bit. I'm working in that confine there. So I've done all this bit in the middle and I'm gradually working my way out. So you can see the size of that. And I've got all this border to do here. I've got this border, which is belladonna in its various stages as it's growing. And then I've got the gardens around the outside with these lovely arches and all the different... Oh, Marley. Oh, hang on, he's got his claw caught. Off you go, go on. My legs are going to be black and blue by the end of this. Yeah. Yes, there's quite a bit to do. So there you go. That's how much I've got to do. How about that? Right. It's going to take me a goodly while. The colours are indeed amazing. Listening to number 14 of Mercy Thompson. What's Mercy Thompson? I would love to do a Chatelaine, but specialities just scare the heck out of me. Okay, I mean there are lots and lots of tutorials out there for all the different stitches. They're all available on YouTube. And you can always ask if anybody that does a chatelaine generally joins the UK chatelaine groups and the American ones as well. And people are more than happy to give you advice if you can't quite follow what you're supposed to do. These woven stitches here were particularly troubling to try and do. I struggled with them considerably. I'm going to start the next one here. And I went onto the Chatelaine support group and got the assistance that I needed. And they were really, really helpful on there. I can't fault the people that just sort of came forward and explained what I'd done wrong and what I should be doing. But you can actually buy smaller ones. You don't have to go for one this big to start with. You can find something a bit more simple, or find another designer. So there are a couple. I can't think of the name for the moment. I will pop it in the description when I have finished this live because but there's somebody, they do some really lovely designs on Etsy. They're not cheap. You can just buy the PDF, but the kits are expensive. They've come from China. And if you want to buy the matching frames and mounts, generally the frame and mounts are more expensive than the kits. They are cut to look really pretty. So yeah. Another person that you can try is Textured Treasures. I'm always going to promote her. That's my friend Karen over in Canada. She does she's got a set called Dawn to Dusk. Dawn to Dusk even. And you can buy each, you can either buy the Dawn to Dusk. I think she's discontinued the individual sets because they start out with Dawn, Twilight, Midnight, and all of those. I think Midday was another one. She combined them to make Dawn to Dusk. Sorry about this, long story. But she has also done a couple of the motifs as single sort of try before you buy kind of things. I mean, you do buy the chart and the kit or whatever, but just so that people get an opportunity to give it a go, to decide if that's what they want to do or they're going to like it. So they haven't got to buy the whole thing, because the big kit for Dawn to Dusk is £150, something like that. It's a considered purchase. Worth every penny though, because you don't just get a couple hundred centimetres of this, you know, a couple of metres of this and a couple of metres of that. She gives you the whole skein or the whole roll. Oops, I made a mistake. Seems I don't know where the middle is. Look at that. That's silly. It's doing so well. Pulled that too tight as well. How did I not notice? Tell you how I didn't notice. I was too busy chatting. It's fine. We'll get there. What's going on? Come on. And this is why one does not like to frog on a Chatelaine, because these threads are just so complicated. Come on, Hatch, come. What's going on? Oh, it's because I'm trying to do two at once. That's not going to help, is it? There we go. So, Mercy Thompson is a coyote walker and linked with the werewolves, etc. Okay. Alright. So, fantasy stories. I shall have to look that up. Charlie, can you remind me? Mercy Thompson. Oh, bless you, Charlie. You're so excited about next Saturday. I've even bought tablecloths. Right, there's the middle. Silly girl. Yay. Will do. Yeah. The other thing about using the outside the open broadcast service is I can have little bits of music play in the background, like Teresa Little Stitcher does, so that there isn't dead silence. It's a big deal for Cornwall. Oh, yeah, but let's not forget that Emma Louise has her Saturdays. She's not the only one. Right. So, see, that's still. Why can't I get that up higher? Oh, because that's pressing down. Right. Let's move the camera slightly. Mercy Thompson, thanks, Charlie. You sent me a text. Right, let me see if I can get that. Am I going to fall over? Okay. I can hear the cat. What's the cat doing? Where are you, Marley? Where have you gone? Disconcerting when you hear them chewing. Right. Okay, so moving on again to the bottom layer of the rice stitch. There are times when I really dislike even weave, and that was one of them. I managed to catch the thread, split it. So Billy's immersed in cozy mysteries with ghosts and cats. Okay, have you read any of the Vampire Knitting Club, Billy? Yeah. Cats and bookshops, okay. Put it too tight. Don't forget to like, folks. You're doing a good job of commenting. You got 4 likes. I never heard of it. Who's the author? Nancy Warren. Nancy Warren is the author of the Vampire Knitting Club. It's really quite funny, but it's a cozy, one of the cozy mystery series, you know. And again, they're all a bit formulaic, and some of them you can see the plot coming a mile off, you know. But they are pretty good. They're set in Oxford, and they follow a girl from, I think she was from Boston, who inherits her grandmother's knitting shop when her grandmother dies. Oh, Charlie, you've got to read some more. There's because there's a Vampire Knitting Club Cornwall. They open up a shop down in Cornwall. I think is it a shop in Cornwall? But yeah, they yes. So yeah, you've got to read some more. They are good fun. You watch. I'm going to need to rethread this needle for like the last bit. It's going to be really annoying. Right. Doo-doo. That doesn't look like that's in the right place. So going back to doing Chatelaines. Working, yeah. Going back to doing Chatelaines. Yes. 1 stitch at a time. Take your time with it. It's more important to be neat and even with your work than it is to get it done quickly. And it's about enjoying the process. To be perfectly frank, you spend more time admiring it because it's just so pretty. Some of the ones that I have seen are just amazing. And it's worth watching Belushi Stitches as well, if you're not already watching her, because she's currently doing Versailles. Versailles is the most challenging one. I would definitely advise that you wait till you've done 2 or 3 before you do Versailles, or at least another one, because it doesn't come with proper instructions. The instructions... Marina passed away before she could finish it. Right, I'm going to pull that through there and leave that. Can't see it. What I've just done is I've just taken the thread through to here because I didn't want to waste any more of my evening while talking to you, turning the whole thing over. So we will work on a waste not principle. Yeah, so Marina passed away before she finished it, and people are having to guess, basically, the instructions. There's been quite a few people that have done it so far. It does look amazing. Confirm that it does also look like the gardens at Versailles. Having flown over them last year, I was like, oh, look, that's where that is, which is really quite funny. Recognising somewhere on the ground below from a cross stitch you've seen. No, it's okay, Jen. It's okay, Jen. I'm probably not going to be on for much longer, to be perfectly fair. Probably another 30 minutes at most, because my very patient doggies will want eating. Want feeding. You've got my memo there. Oh. Ooh, that's not good. Hang on. I have had a snag. Hang on. Oops, where are we? We're here. Look. Whoops. That is where I've gone to thread the needle. The biggest issue, to be perfectly honest, with the Chatelaine is the sheer cost of it. The only reason I'm doing this one is because the lovely Bron bought it for me for my 50th birthday. And even then, it took a while for me to pluck up the courage to do it. And I did this bit in the mid. No, you can't see it. This bit in the middle. That was the first bit I did, and then I didn't do any more on it for a year. Because I was too scared. Didn't find the motorway. On your way back from the botanical gardens then, Jen? Yes? Right, let's cut that bit off. Looks like everybody's made the most of a good weather day. We get so few of them. It's a good thing to have on your bingo card, Jen, and then tick off once it's done. There are some nice little ones that you can easily do. An accidental detour for ice cream. I call fib. I wouldn't call that accidental. How can you have an accidental detour for ice cream? I would say it'd be very deliberate, wouldn't it? Same, Billy. Same. It's been so wet here in Britain. Flood alerts, storm after storm. Well, Europe, the whole of Europe actually, been in a pretty bad way. So we're gonna leave that to sit there for now, and I'll tuck them in afterwards. I don't know what I'll do. Let me do a proper waste knot. Well, somebody's just gone past our front door. That should leave me enough, yeah. So, oh goodness me, what noisy boys! That's amazing ice cream. Which amazing ice cream shop would this happen to be? Would this happen to be the one that you've mentioned before? We will come up. We will come up for a weekend once we've got the van back and it's in a fit state to drive around. And hopefully before the government ban leisure journeys. If not, it'll have to wait till afterwards. Ice cream deliberate accident, long way route home from there. Look, we drove back to Cornwall from Bristol via Ilfracombe, which is probably one of the most detours ever, like Linton and Lynmouth on the north coast of Devon. Definitely was the scenic route. From Heavenly Chocolate and Llandello. Llandello? So I'm a long way away. Why would the government ban leisure journeys? Because we are in the middle of a energy crisis because of the situation going on in Iran with the Strait of Hormuz, and they are currently considering putting a cap on the amount of diesel or petrol you can purchase at any one time. They're looking at about £30 cap per purchase to ensure that, to ensure that there's enough fuel for emergency services and logistics. And then they're also looking at reducing speed limits on motorways for the time being, because obviously people use more fuel the faster they go. And yeah, suggesting that only essential journeys are made and people don't go 600 miles on holiday in their car, which could be problematic for people like myself who have got trips planned to Big Stitch in June up in Rotherham. And where else? The Chatelaine retreat is in July. And then we're supposed to be driving to Basel in September. So we have a problem, Houston. You will probably find, yes, that if you're able to work from home, you'll be told to work from home because of saving fuel. Welcome to World War III. Fuel rationing. They're not going to call it that just yet, because to use the word ration is very strong. But that's basically what those measures do. We just don't have ration books at the moment. You wait, there'll be an app for that. But it's rather disconcerting. You haven't... It's been on the news for the last couple of days, actually, Jen. If you're trying to avoid the news, which is a very sensible thing at the moment, it's not for sure, but it is being talked about in the House of Commons. So, just be warned. You don't have to apologise for the idiot who started the mess, Billy, unless you actually voted for him. Let's say 1.25.7, yeah. So for those like Billy who are in the States watching this, petrol has gone, well, in our area, 0.9 actually, from £1.25.9 pence a litre up to the other day it was 142.9 near where I live, and diesel up to 162.9, and that is per litre, not per gallon. So times that by 4.5, and you've got something in the region of about £9.5. Now multiply that again by whatever it is to get the dollar rate, and you'll see what it is per gallon for us. It's just alarming. The only thing I hope is that it actually goes back down afterwards. Because if it don't go back down afterwards, we are in a lot of trouble. Wow. Excuse me. Yep. We normally suffer with quite expensive fuel down here. I was able to get fuel today at 140. I sailed past the service station there at 139, but I only needed about £30, so I just topped my tank up. It was quite peculiar. I had to do a double take. Yeah, with promises to and everything. Low, it went up, yeah. Yes, the water situation is not good. Might be cheaper in Penzance, it usually is. Any idea why that might be, Charlie? Goodness me. 190 for petrol. Where are you, Victoria? I wonder if they get it when it comes in off the port. Could be. Either that or by the time they get down to Penzance, they're like, oh, just take it. Yeah. We couldn't get much further away, really, could you? It always makes me laugh that Abby, who runs Cross and Cross, is about as far away from everybody in the UK. Oh, dear. Over at Newlyn. I wanted to go and see Chitty Chitty Bang Bang last Sunday, but Bron wasn't well enough to go, and I didn't feel like I could leave him. I've heard of Ilkeston, yeah. Yeah, she is the sweetest person. She's just so lovely in person. So happy, full of joy. They've got I think they've got a King Charles Spaniel or a Cavalier. Might be a Cavalier. Or is it Cavalier King Charles? I never know. They've got a Spaniel. It might be a Cocker. But yeah, she's lovely. She will be at our Saturday retreat. In fact, the main reason that we have it on a Saturday is so that Abby can come, because she's always busy on Sundays. Right. That's that. I suppose you might like to see me do some more rice stitch so that it becomes clear what I have to do. Right, let's see. What do the instructions say? Right. It says here SP181. SP181. Right. This. Right. I was going to do, there's some black work back stitch down here in gold, all down this lot in gold, but that is going to need a lot of concentration. Oh, okay, we'll use that bit, and I think it might be more useful to the folks watching to see me do the next bit of rice stitch. So again, we'll do this is such lovely floss. Such a pretty blue. Adrian. Right. So we'll start up here. I'm going to start over here. Pull that through. Right. Now, this is the point at which I admit that I've never done a rice stitch before. So off we go. So it doesn't tell you which order to do these stitches in that I can see. Oh, hang on. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Bear with me a minute. So here's the chart. Yeah, so that's not the right bit of the chart. Hang on. Because it's not going to hurt for you to see. Let me find it. Where are we? We are here. Right. Because you can't really do much. So the dark blue is where I have coloured in what I've done. So these were the Algerian eyelets. And this is the gold black work that I was talking about. Excuse my marking up. So here, these are the rice stitch. So at the bottom I've done the grey. And then I'm about to do this dark blue bit, which is this blue floss. Oops. Where was I? Right. Let's find the instructions. There they are, because they're not very easy to read when they're printed. Okay, so rice stitch instructions are saying 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I've got to do, right, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay. That makes sense. So it wants me to, starting here. Oh gosh. So that's 5, 6. How are you even going to see this? 7, 8. Oh Lord. You can't see the silver at all. That's mad. What was the point in putting in the silver? I am using the right thread, aren't I? SP181. Yeah. Okay. But oh, isn't it pretty? Then that one goes to there. See, really detailed instructions. And then, oops, that one. Need good glasses though, I'll tell you that much. There we are. Ha. Yeah. But you're not going to miss too much, Billy. Because I'll probably do just this bit and then sign off. Because it's also starting to get dark. I need to walk the dogs. Right, so carrying on, or at least till the end of this thread, I think. Okay, that one to there. I can hear the cat. Where is he? He's washing somewhere, and it's the most disgusting noise. That one. It's crazy. All that work to put that silver in, and we've covered most of it up. Okay. But this blue is just amazing. I love it. I'll also try and give everybody more of a heads up before I go live next time. I'm really good at just popping up and not telling anybody I'm doing it. So I need to make more of an effort. Let me just check something before I go any further. Yeah. So. Oh, thank you, Charlie. It's fun. I do like doing lives. Right, so this little tiny gap here, there's going to be a bead in there. Yeah, Charlie does a bit of a surprise one, doesn't she? I think it's one of these beads that's going in there. But I couldn't tell you for the moment. Yeah, I've got a lot of the gear. I've got the I've got a better microphone, and I've got a video mixer. Oh, that's really nice of you to say, Danny. It's good fun. It literally is just because I'm too lazy to edit today. And I do need to video. I've got another video to do. I've got to do the Mill Hill Kits one. I think you should actually. Jen, brain just died on me there. Have you got your 1,000 subscribers yet, my lovely? I'm doing it on a phone. This is just my phone. I upgraded my phone. Look how clear that is. I have got a better phone now because my other one I was starting to have battery troubles. Pull that tighter. So I've actually got the chart on my other phone. I'm not going to get rid of I was going to sell my old phone. I'm not now because I found a use for it. I think the best thing I can suggest is just be yourself, and not worry about the number of people that are watching or the number of subscribers that you've got and whether or not you're going to lose subscribers, because there is somebody out there for everybody. And if we worried about what other people think all the time, then we'd never do anything. And it's one of the nicest things I think about getting older is no longer giving a hoot about what people think about you. I say not giving a hoot. I mean, there are some hoots given on certain occasions. You know, I wouldn't walk down the street naked. I'm not that hootless. But when it comes to being on YouTube, you're going to get the people that don't like you. You're going to get the people that do like you. I mean, we've lost 9 subscribers, I think, 7 or 9 subscribers, and had more turn up. And the memberships on YouTube are so fluid. People subscribing to your channels are so fluid, and the bots that keep popping up. I'm going to have to end this thread. That it's meaningless. Yes, it would be nice to have 25,000 subscribers like Teresa. But at the end of the day, it just means you get more people to not see their comments on a live. That's not worked. I'm having troubles. Yeah, subs do go up and down. So, but you get there eventually. I mean, when I first met you, you were only on 300, Jen. So look how far you've come. But yeah, you just present yourself as you are. The biggest thing, I think, actually, that people complain about is the sound. If you haven't got good sound, you will struggle a bit. Yes, and remember to like. There we go. All that for like sound and lighting. Yes, but yeah, but even so, sound is the biggest one. Oh, for heaven's sake. Right, that's that floss telling me that that's it for the day. Right. So very quickly, as I am here, let's find this amazing... Can you tell I'm being sarcastic? This amazing green, this variegated water lilies. Number 243. I just want one strand. I will... No, I need 2. You fool. You fool. They're asking for 2 strands. Oh, no. 1 ply. I was right. So most of the time, Chatelaine say if you're using a speciality thread, like the treasure braid, you use 1 strand. But if you're using silk, you generally use 2. Except this time, it's actually physically telling me to use just the 1. So I'll go back in and I'll do this for the stitches that I've done, and then I'll call that it. my waist knot. I'm still not worked up the courage. Yes, that microphone really did work. Would help if I actually used a mic myself, to be perfectly fair. But some rooms warrant it, some don't. So, right. So, this is going to be fun. Trying to see where the holes are. Right, I think there's a hole there. Which way round does it want it wants to do it? That one in the middle. Where are we? Rice stitch. Right, so top to bottom, trust me. Instructions say top to bottom. And then left to right. This is where you just have to remember where the holes are. Yeah. If you're, Danny, if you're wondering how to do it, if you've got a mobile phone that's got a reasonable camera, you can start, if you don't want to put your face on camera but just get used to talking, do top-down videos like Charlie does, and just set it up so that you can buy a collar thing that goes around your neck from Amazon to put your phone in, and you can just video it like that if you want. That's not the right hole. Ugh, put it in the wrong place. That's the right hole. No one will notice. Right. I mean, I defy anyone to stand there with a magnifying glass once it's framed and up on the wall and spot where the mistakes are. See, you can't see the silver. What was the point in using silver? That makes no sense. Absolutely no sense. But there you go. So that's a rice stitch. Zoom in a bit closer. Okay, so we've got the two legs. That's got slightly warped there. So we're coming up there. We go over the cross into the hole below it. And then we go left to right. Yeah, I mean, that makes perfect sense, Jodie. But why do it with silver? Like one of the most expensive threads. That's where I'm going with that comment. If you're going to do it, why not just do it with one of the, like a white, yeah, why not just do it with a white DMC rather than, yeah, that just doesn't make any sense. I think you can just about see the silver at the very tips. So here, you can just about see it sparkling where it goes into the, but yeah, to me, that's just a waste of money. But that was not the reason why. Can I leave it out? Jen, are you talking to me about the silver? Possibly. I think it's just because this blue thread is quite thick. Yes, it does. It's just delicious. Absolutely delicious. It's almost dark here, so I think I'm not going to walk the dogs. I'll probably put them in the garden this evening. And unfortunately, my poor new friend Crow that I've got Mr. DeVille will have to wait for his treats for tomorrow. So we've got one here that's a naked. Let's tilt that a bit. Hello, come on. Tip that up. Right, come on, stay there. No. Can I? No, up. There we go. Hey, well done. Well done for finishing the birdhouse. Mr. DeVille trusting me more. The problem isn't me. The problem is the Diaths. They keep pestering him like you wouldn't believe. Right, so without the blue, I know it does actually say in the instructions to do the blue first so that you can see. Hello. Got to knot. Don't want to knot. There we go. Oh dear. Right, I'll deal with that in a minute. So in at the top, down there, and then this is what you're basically doing when doing the rice stitch. So that middle one is a plus sign basically over the top of that silver. It's pretty. Whatever it is, it's pretty. It looks like a flower, doesn't it? Right, folks. We've been on for 93 minutes. Near enough. I think it is time that I said ta-ta. And I don't know when the next one will be. It is easy. It is easy. They've literally give you, in these charts, let me show it again, because some people might have been looking downwards. So, the hang on, let me zoom out a bit, and let me zoom out a bit. There we go. Right. So, you're given instructions that are numbered. So, when you do the rice stitch, you do 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the blue was 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And you go in with the other colour, 21, 22, 23, 24. It's literally stitched by numbers. The hard part is counting. But it's just stitched by numbers, and if that gives any of you a little more confidence to do it, excuse the big crack in the screen, if it gives any of you more confidence to have a go and get a smaller one, because yeah, I mean, I am a bit of a glutton for punishment, a masochist, if you would, and went for one of the bigger. But you know, go big or go home. I have been up to the Poison Garden in Alnwick. I haven't been inside because it was shut when I was there. But you know that the day will come when this is finished. And I will be taking this up there to be photographed very carefully inside the gates. Because most things in the garden at Alnwick will kill you if you touch them in the wrong way. I'm not even sure they let people in anymore, to be fair. But there you go. But it is easy. It's just one stitch at a time. Follow the pattern by numbers. And Karen of Texture Treasures does the same sort of numbering thing for you. Oh, cool. I'm jealous. I'm jealous you've been in. Oh, yeah, unfortunately I was up there just after they shut the doors for the day. Didn't even get into Alnwick Castle either. But it was a good day. A very good day. No problem, Jodie. See you again. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, everybody. I think that's where I will leave that for now. Done all of those, might as well. And I will say, let's zoom back out. Got all of these to thread back in. And we'll say goodbye. Bye. I've got to work out how to end this. I don't know how. Where's the stop button? Somebody help me. Is it top left? That one? No, that one? Yes. Right, bye folks.